Hello and welcome. You're watching 84 TV Radio News Updates, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Adirayo Senami. The federal government of Nigeria has officially commissioned the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abuja, a year after President Muhammadu Buhari announced the renaming of the national stadium in the city to honor and immortalize Moshood Kashima Wolawale Abiola, the acclaimed winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election. President Buhari had in 2018 declared June 12 as the New Democracy Day to honor the philanthropist and politician. June 12 carries huge significance for older Nigerians. It was on this date in 1993 that presidential elections were held for the first time since the 1983 military coup. It is still viewed as the freest, fairest, and most peaceful election ever held in Nigeria. It's been a week since human rights campaigners and gender equality champions rallied in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, to protest the incessant sexual violence against women and children. Other states across the country have since joined the protest, taking a stance on rape. On Thursday, chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum and governor of Ekiti State, Kayode Fayemi, called on all state governors to domesticate Sexual Violence Act, the Child Rights Act, and the updated penal code to ensure the protection of women and children. Lending her voice to the conversation, a media practitioner and president and founder of the Women's Accelerated Development in Africa, Onward, Ms. Evelyn Onyilo, said in an interview on 84 TV Radio,
"We want to see practical action being taken, practically enforcing the mandates they've given those units to ensure that to the barest minimum, if there's a rape case and girls are brought there, that the girls will be protected. They will not now turn to start accusing the girls of dressing skimpily, blaming the victim."
Still in Nigeria, the Lagos State government has launched a waste management academy as part of its measures to ensure proper waste management. Acting Managing Director of the Lagos State Management Authority, LOMA, Ibrahim Odubomi, said this will instill principles of effective waste management in the younger generation, as students, corps members, and interns will have the opportunity to learn practices in waste disposal and management. He urged residents of the state to imbibe the culture of recycling and sorting their waste. Similarly, police in China have taken dispersal action as hundreds gathered in locations across Hong Kong, protesting to mark the June 12th anniversary of last year's anti-government unrest. Demonstrators hit the streets in various districts on Friday night, defying social distancing rules despite police warning. On the 12th of June last year, Hong Kong recorded the first major clash of 2019, when tens of thousands took to the streets in a series of protests against a legislation they fear might allow extradition to China. Police used tear gas, pepper spray, and rubber bullets to disperse them. Kenya says it will impose a 1.5% digital tax on technology companies in an effort to get more from online firms that do business and earn profits in the country. Finance Minister Ukur Yatani said the tax on value of transactions for the financial year 2020 and 2021 will come into force on the 1st of July. Similarly, the federal government of Nigeria has issued companies income tax and significant economic presence order that requires social media companies such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, and others to declare the revenues they generate from Nigerian consumers and pay taxes to the Federal Inland Revenue Service. However, the United States has opposed digital taxation, stating it is unfairly targeting American technology companies. Last week, it launched an investigation into countries which plan to increase tax burden on American big companies, amongst which are the United Kingdom, European Union, and India. British Airways, EasyJet, and Ryanair on Friday initiated a legal action against the government of the United Kingdom over a mandatory 14-day quarantine imposed earlier this week, which requires residents and visitors to comply or face a £1,000 fine or prosecution. The quarantine measure has since sparked backlash from the aviation sector, which expressed dissatisfaction that the policy will have a devastating effect on British tourism and the economy. As countries across Africa begin to ease COVID-19 restrictions, the World Health Organization (WHO) has warned them not to relent in measures taken to combat the virus, as confirmed cases on the continent rise above 200,000, with more than 5,600 deaths. WHO says the pandemic is accelerating as it took 98 days to reach 100,000 cases and only 19 days to escalate to 200,000. More than 70% of deaths on the continent are in Algeria, Egypt, Nigeria, South Africa, and Sudan. South Africa is the most affected, bearing 25% of the continent's total cases. The governor of Bauchi State, Nigeria, Bala Mohammed, has pardoned 73 inmates to mark the 2020 Democracy Day in the country. He made this announcement at the swearing-in ceremony of the newly appointed Special Advisor on Legal Affairs, Kefas Magaji, stating that the pardon is part of his administration's desire to deepen democracy in the state. The governor assured that the State Executive Council will continue to work as a team to ensure the progress and development of Bauchi. We take a break now. When we return, Burundi bans secular songs.
Positive for the coronavirus disease? Here is what you can do. Quite frankly, nothing prepares you for the positive diagnosis of the coronavirus disease. It is important to know, however, that this diagnosis is not the end of the world. It is absolutely normal to feel afraid, sad, worried, tense, and confused, but you must come to terms with and accept the reality so that you can do the needful. Following the diagnosis, here are a few things you can do. 1. Remember that you are not alone. There are people who have survived, and you can too. 2. Educate yourself about the virus. It primarily affects the respiratory system. 3. Your body may react with little or no symptoms or with severe reactions. Severity varies per individual. 4. Do not visit any hospital and do not give false details of your symptoms, condition, travel history, or contact with an affected person. 5. Get in touch with the NCDC for guidance on 0800 97 000010. 6. Trust that the relevant authorities such as the NCDC and your state Ministry of Health will provide the best advice and care for you. 7. Be responsible by taking the precautionary measures of self-isolation, social distancing, and admission when offered to you. 8. Do not attempt to leave the isolation centers when treatment is ongoing. 9. Avoid creating panic by listening to or spreading unconfirmed sources of information. 10. Use the period as a time of reflection and communication with loved ones. 11. Remain positive and put plans in place to cater to your absence while at the hospital. Remember, stigma, discrimination, and false information can kill faster than the virus. Be safe, be healthy, be responsible. Prevent the spread.
Welcome back. You're watching 84 TV Radio. In a rather sensational turn of events, Burundi's cabinet has suspended secular music in public places during the 7-day mourning period for President Pierre Nkurunziza. The mayor of the commercial capital Bujumbura, Freddy Mumbonimpa, said leisure activities and secular music are banned, but people could still play gospel songs. Broadcast stations have since complied by playing gospel music as the country enters the 4th day of mourning. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, on Thursday says it has set aside 53% of the 21 billion naira it pledged for medical intervention for health infrastructure across Nigeria in a bid to help combat COVID-19 and improve the healthcare system in the country. Public Relations Manager NNPC, Kenny Obateru, said the construction of medical facilities will be across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, with 14 medical centers, 2 intensive care units, expansion and upgrade across the country. He said medical and logistics support has been delivered to 20 states, including the Federal Capital Territory, while other states will receive theirs soon. Rush University Medical Center, Chicago, has published the findings of a research conducted that revealed brain cells can be the reservoir of human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, and are capable of spreading the virus to immune cells of other body organs. Head of the research team, Dr. Lena Al-Hati, said the virus is capable of moving from the brain to the body, even if HIV has been suppressed by antiretroviral therapy. The study demonstrates the critical role of the brain as a reservoir of HIV, capable of reinfecting the peripheral organs with the virus. And that's it on 84 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.84tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at 84 TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at 84 TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Adirayo Senami.